Starting recording. Let's start the demo. So what I'm doing with this demo, that I'll say when I get in there, so I can do like an intro, and Hikaru can edit it how he feels fit. I'll just do it like how I normally do it. I'm not gonna really talk until like I really start. Yeah, after counterpoints, I'm hoping that I get a good amount of I'm hoping that I'll get like a good influx of like, or like, you know, new followers and stuff. Where's the freaking maybe you should get some graphics for it before counterpoints, maybe. Dude, Andrew, you're putting more on my plate now, man. It's already hard enough, dude. I already have to watch so much stuff. Prep that YouTube channel to catch all the people clicking the links. Dude, I don't have like a graphic design or anything. Like I don't have the time to even do that, you know? I'm trying to like... Wait, why are several people unconnected? Oh, okay, never mind. It's okay. Okay. Let's go. Alright, so guys, this is another demo review for Hikaru Swift. Hikaru, and I think this is going to be going on his channel. And what I'm going to be doing with this one that's a little different than all of them is I'm going to be talking about like kind of why his team lost. I'm not going to go into as much why as I would with like a team demo review that I would do, but I am going to talk about that in addition. I'm still like mostly going to be doing his POV and whatnot though, but I'm going to be trying to just kind of focus on like kind of what happened in the round. So for this one, there's kind of a B rush. When you're going to do that kind of flash play in there and you have one more teammate, you should definitely have like two of them closer so they can both peek off of it. Their whole team was flash. The flash was perfect, but you were trying to capitalize off your own flash instead of like having them capitalize off of it, and that's a little strange. So I'm not going to really focus on how these other guys are playing because they're not like his teammates, but he said that this MM experience was definitely more... Oh, you guys won. Okay, so everything you did was right, and there's no reason to even think about this round. No, I'm just kidding, but that guy, this M1 guy should have been like ready to peek off of your flashbang also. It should have been more like clear to everyone that that's going to happen. So Hikaru said that this is the kind of like MM game where like everyone's talking and being like good at communicating and whatnot, so he wants to like go over it as if it's like kind of like a team. So I think you might lose this one because you have an AFK player. You kind of seem to be cycling through your nades here when your teammate's already up there. Definitely could like just push with him, peek with him, so you guys could just trade off of each other if he does die instead of trying to throw nades there. Kind of gave you guys, gave the other team kind of a free kill there. And after he got that kill, like I would have pushed into main and went to sunroom instead of just kind of playing back. You know, give you guys more edge by having more map control. Yeah, you got to take that fight, and you did, obviously. It's pretty smart. You like realize that they were actually going to be going B. Oh, nice shots. So now that you have a 2v1, I would wait for your teammate to get up here and then push with him. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. Yeah, you waited there. Be more ready for the guy to be pushing you at higher levels. Like, he knows he has to make a play, and he doesn't really... At higher levels, the guy doesn't want to take the 1v2 like that. He would much rather, like, take the fight with you. If I'm him, like, I might just decide I want to take the fight with you first, so I'm just going to peek you. And if that were to happen, you, like, kept looking back, you kept looking everywhere. You guys won that round too, though, so not much to say about, like, the team. I think in the very beginning, though, you were a little too, like, insistent on you throwing your nades there, as opposed to, just kind of, like, having your gun out, you know, just like being ready to trade. It's totally like it's not really smart to like go hunt and push for eco frags, but like if you guys do it confidently and together, it's more likely your guys are gonna come out ahead than behind. And you guys came out even there, which is not really what you want on CT side. The volume seems loud again, but maybe my ears are just getting more sensitive as the night goes on. Although you guys all send me a lot of cache demos. You guys really love this map. Personally, I don't really like this map that much. I think CT side's really hard. In pugs. Because you can't really, like... Yeah, once they know where you're coming from, it's really kind of awkward to retake. That was a cool flash. I mean, it worked, but you didn't really accomplish anything off of it. I like that angle you just took. Definitely wouldn't have quick switched after. But, I also wouldn't reload with 17 bullets unless you know where the last guy is. I think you did, yeah, so, whatever. You guys, I mean, whatever, it's an anti-eco round, you guys are just, like, you know, killing everyone. Nothing not too crazy there. Okay, you do your same nade combo a lot, which is not bad or anything. You can spam through it too, a little bit. The whole point of throwing that smoke is to pretty much have checkers control, so just keep that in mind. You ended up doing that, but I'm not sure if you really were like cognizant of the fact that that's the point of throwing that smoke. It's to stop rushes and it's to like get checker control. So. Okay, so that's just kind of losing the duel there. Looks like you guys got ran over at A here. I'm not going to make this as serious as like a team demo review, but I'm going to tell you guys why your guys' A setup failed really quickly. If it's just losing battles and stuff like that, I'm going to say that, but okay, let's just watch this in fast motion. Okay, so this is kind of like what I was saying in the last demo. Looks like they're getting a lot of control. They're like, well, actually they just overran it there, and you guys had one guy on site, and that's it. So that really wasn't the craziest thing. I mean, I think holding A with a rifle is in general kind of difficult. That's why most oppers like to play there. Hence the term quad opper. Oh, that's a really good play, dude. Oh, wow. And you're actually going... Okay, I wouldn't go for more. I think they know you're here. Oh, you have a molly. I might have mollied something, but... Yeah, it's okay. Actually, it's actually probably better you don't. Oh, no, stay up there. That's such a good angle. Oh. I guess you didn't know. Well, they were making noise, kind of. Like, if you just stay here, like, this is so powerful that you should really just stay there and, like, get the kills. And then your teammate can, like, if they start really pushing you hard, then you can, like, go out on it, but... Wait, was that even you? Sorry. I think it was, right? Okay, so another eco round. Was I on the wrong guy, dude? Okay, so these ecos, there's not as much for me to, like, say, like, unless you guys had, like, a really, like, planned setup that I can really, like, see. Well, you just won that one. And you kind of just did the same thing again. You just kind of, like, got aggressive mid. So, okay, let's see why you guys would lose this gun round. So like, you want me to give you the why on a lot of these of why you lost. For the ecos, you kind of lost because you guys didn't have armor. Like, I mean, that's kind of obvious, though, I think. But for gun rounds, you guys got run over at A because this guy wasn't opping before, but look at what he's doing now. He's opping, so he's now smartened up and is using it. Also, I'm like looking at the radar a lot. If but I can't like explain that to you every time I look at it. So there, you didn't really like use your smoke. Ideally, I think. Like, I don't think you What is that smoke? Oh, I would play around that day, like all day. That's not how I'd play around it. I'd probably play like right. I'd play like right here. I'd play like right there, or right here. This might be a one-way, kind of like low key, and it's kind of an off angle. They just ran into your guys. They threw bad smokes. They didn't throw flashes. That's the reason why they lost. You guys won because they threw horrible nades and they just kind of walked out one by one. So, unless you guys lose this, which I don't think is possible. Oh, it's possible. Oh. Damn. You guys actually killed him after the time, I think, there, which is interesting. It's like... Oh, your teammate's about to die, what? Oh, they actually are throwing that smoke as like a lurk smoke? Or something? Like, did that just help him get into the bomb site? Yeah, what? Okay, that's like an interesting way to play it. Is that on purpose? Or is he just playing around it? That's cool. So this guy should probably just stay on A here. You don't really want to focus on mid now and A. You kind of just want to like, you know, focus on a bomb site or push. But going back mid is like not pushing. Jesus, this guy's crosshair placement's actually kind of bad. But he hits the flick. Cool. Okay, so now you now grouped up with them, and you're playing this really well, I think. Just go with that. Oh, do they even know your teammates are? I think you played that pretty well. I wish your teammate. I really wish your teammate would have peeked with you or something, but he was just kind of like walking around. M1. Yeah, I think he could have helped you there. So yeah, Hikaru wanted me to like talk about like not just himself, but you know the whole why. And I think the whole why there is M1 really could have helped you out there. Instead, he was walking. He's like that's something I notice a lot of people do at lower levels. Is that they think their spot is so important that peeking out to help their teammate is less valuable than them playing really passively and waiting for the exact engagement that they want. But that's the opposite of how you should think. And when you watch pro players play, and even rank S pugs, or whatever, like streams, you're going to notice that when a guy starts fighting enemies, his teammates are gonna, if they can get an angle on them, they're gonna try to take that angle so they can like double peek them, and they try to do it really quickly, and so that they minimize their losses, maximize their like advantage. So that's something M1 was not thinking about there, and something to keep in mind. Okay, so Grey Wolf has like a lot of information right now that that A main is clear. If he kept playing it passively instead of going deeper and deeper, he could have really just like held off this whole A push and like played like somewhere useful. Like so I think Grey Wolf got kind of greedy there. With the information that he had, he could have played somewhere like locker room here and just held this. Because it's still early in the round, he doesn't know if they're like committing to B or anything yet. It was clearly not a rush, so they're just kind of spreading out and like the normal MM kind of default. And it just would have been really nice if he stayed alive there, pushing for more and more advantage, and not even committing to the fight when he caught a guy off guard. Like he kind of like strafed back. It's a pretty big flaw, and you kind of tried making up for it by like flashing yourself in there, which is like a decent idea, but. You just got caught off because there were two. I mean, you got the first kill, but then, yeah, the second guy was able to trade you. So that's kind of like what's normally supposed to happen anyways. And that kind of like collapsed the round. You had to leave mid. They were able to go mid on your other guy, it looked like, and then they just started like pinching you from everywhere. It's usually another kind of like fundamental thing. It's usually wherever you have more people is where you make the aggressive play. But wherever you have less people is where you kind of play the passive setup and let the people with more, like, and you're using wherever you're in the passive setup is like you're trying to use all your utility there. You're not trying to just make a play. So that's not you, that's him, but obviously like something to think about. you made this pistol up. You said 2 to smoke mid, 3 push B. That's like actually well within the what I just talked about. The passive people where there's less people are gonna just use utility, keep them back. Obviously play off of your utility a little bit, but then wherever the other people are, where the greater group is, they should be more aggressive because they need to do something with their numbers, or else they're gimping the other areas. And then if you're all going to play passive with numbers, you're either hoping they walk into your stack, but you're really hoping that they just don't go to the other bomb site. Okay, well you guys still don't have armor and you didn't have guns or anything, so it was going to be hard to win these fights, but you guys did pretty decent damage for not really buying too much or investing anything into this round. Well, you had a P2K, it's not, truthfully I didn't even really think that was totally worth watching. Good nade damage there. You threw it deep, sometimes doesn't feel like, I guess you throw it usually pretty deep, but that one was perfect, that did so much damage. Okay, you guys are getting kind of owned today. I don't know why you decide to use your flashbang like that. It just seems a little awkward that, like there's so many ways you could use it, but you kind of just threw it. I don't think you really thought about why you threw that. Maybe you had some idea, but it was like kind of like just not super well thought out, I guess. Okay, this guy has to win these fights. Wait, didn't you see him? Oh no. I get. So he says he threw the smoke or the flash to know that let the B flanker know he's still there. I guess because you started rotating, it's like kind of okay, but it's your last utility, and to use it for something as like that doesn't really accomplish a lot. That would be good if you had 2 flashes still, but like you could save that flash. And then when you're helping out A, you could flash in front of red for them when they're getting pushed, or you could use it to like hold off if you're gonna stay at B any longer, then you could hold it there. I don't really. I mean, if there is a B flanker there, then like he would have had to like go all the way through for that flash to be relevant, and that's like already not a play a lot of people are gonna make. So it seems like you're kind of like investing. One flashbang isn't like the craziest amount of utility, but like using your last utility to accomplish something that's pretty, just not like super. It's just not super important. It's just yeah, it's just not. It's not always super important. So I would just I just would have used it differently. I know. I noticed something about your shooting. You have really good aim, but I notice you like move a lot when you shoot, which makes it harder on yourself. And I don't know when you do aim training if you're practicing moving and shooting, because like when I notice you like watch how this guy shoots. And I think like notice he's kind of just standing still and shooting. I mean like okay, something I noticed you would do is you like strafe out, take a couple shots, strafe back, strafe shoot, and you're making this like a lot more mechanically challenging on yourself than like someone else would, where they just kind of commit to a burst and fall off of it. But you're like, every time it seems like you see someone, unless you you strafe in and strafe out again, it's like really like you just start spamming AD a little too much. Like one less AD combo, and you're gonna have like you're pretty much gonna get the kill. I'll see if I can notice that again. Why you lost that one? Not exactly sure. You guys at A are just getting owned. Like, they need to opt. Like, really. Like, I think when he opt, he got, like, a kill or two. And, like, getting 1 kill for 2 is kind of unacceptable. This is kind of hard from your perspective. Because you're not, like, really playing with people that have, like, really great setups and whatnot. But, if you are noticing that this is happening a lot, you might want to just start, like, in your own right, start getting a little more aggressive. You know there's just one guy B main a lot of the time, I think. So... And then they just like end up going to the other bomb site. They actually fake. You guys at A are just getting rolled over. Like, I don't know if they're using their utility well enough or what. I'll go over this though. I'll go back. I don't see you going for that one. Maybe you do, but let's just watch what they're doing here, and I'll just talk about it. So if there is some why. He is opping. Okay, this is really surprising. He just didn't even get a shot off or what. Okay, he's going for this kind of play. But he got flash, and he got out. Okay, he got out. Okay, you should just hold this. Okay, you guys got the kill. But you guys got flanked. Oh, he got pushed from main. Okay, this guy shouldn't go for that angle, obviously. Because he's exposed to main, which he died from. And this guy should just be holding it. The crossfire is very simple. It's pew. It's a pew pew. It's like that, you know? It's like that and like that. Like, that's really, really simple. But they, like, committed too hard to that one guy that was door. And then they got screwed over because of it. They got 1 kill, but they both got killed by the same guy from A main, which just shouldn't happen. So, okay, let's fast forward this. Yeah, you're just saving. Oh, you're going for it. You don't even have a kit. You're crazy. Okay, you're gonna save. This is a...
Laying down smoke. Throwing fire. Flashbang.
Okay, so what your team should be trying to do now is that you have a man advantage. You should be playing more like one and done spots. Your setup with Grey Wolf is fine. You have a flashbang, you can flash for him to peek B main or anything like that. M1, he's already playing this kind of correctly. That nade was bad, but Sharp Miles doesn't exactly need to be here. But then again, it's okay, because you guys have still pretty big advantage, I guess. And then you guys started pushing, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, especially since you decided to rotate also. That's kind of an unnecessary play to make. In this stage of the round, you have a 5v3 advantage. You should just keep your numbers. The less structured and normal your setup is, like, I'd say, well, no, 4v2 is better than 5v3, but in MM, I would actually say the opposite sometimes. I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. It's honestly whatever, because you guys had such an advantage. But it's kind of like, if you guys double push that and you guys both died, like, that's a little strain. Like, that would have been bad. And that didn't happen, so whatever. But, I mean, you knew B main was clear, but again, that's like people gotta be... People in MM, or in general that I've noticed, need to be happy with so much map control. Like, if you guys push B main and you get one guy in here, like, that's always gonna be a kill. Like, a guy here is, like, pretty much always gonna get a kill. Ts are rarely gonna, like, actually check this, you know? So if a guy can just sit here as a CT, or like here or here, you know, anywhere in sunroom, then he has a lot of intel. He can give a really early warning for people coming, because I'm pretty sure he'll hear people around. He'll hear terrorists around here and around here. So, like, and then he'll probably get a kill. So, but instead he was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep pushing. And I mean, MM, I guess people hunt kills, do they? Like, you should just be playing for the win, because all you care about is your rank. But he just kept pushing, so that could have potentially like lost you your advantage. So that's another thing to think about. Okay, let's see how they're setting up here. They're gonna do the one way, I assume. Jump up. Okay, he just crouches behind it instead of jumping up. Wow, this guy's getting really lucky. Okay, Miles has like all his nades. Like, why can he use them? This is like weird. Okay, so they should be playing off of each other a little better now. Like, this is exactly what you don't want to do. Just separate. So, if you guys lost this, there's no way you should have lost it. You have the bomb down. You have the bomb down, and you have 2v1. Like, you guys could these guys could literally double up quad, and just like one guy peeks, and then he just peeks both sides. They're not the terrorist isn't gonna think the second guy is quad, and you guys just win the round because you'll trade off of each other. And the bomb's so close that he has to push super close to even get it. Oh my god! Like, he just walked with his back turned into main, and it worked. Okay, I mean, that was potentially a round throwing play. Just separating in that 2v1. So playing your numbers is really important. They needed to play their numbers a little better too. I think they had a 4v2. Oh my god, Loud. Already 3 months. Thanks for the 3-month subscription, Loud. Thanks for resubbing, dude. You missed my whole explanation earlier. Okay. So, again, Hikaru, demo review. Thanks for joining, Loud, first stream in a while. And you're just gonna throw the whole nade exec here. I'd throw. Make sure they know you want to throw another flash. Right? Okay. And Loud. After this. Welcome back to the Maui squad. Boop. 3 months in the Maui squad. I don't know these. Okay, so you're. I was focusing on you for that, but something I noticed with you is that you have good aim. I know you do because you practice it a lot, and you're just pretty good at aiming. Like when I see you play, but your like movement is a little like wild. Like you over peak, you wide peak things a lot, and you kind of like strafe back and forth a little too much. Seems like in times of nervousness, your aim won't like falter, but your movements kind of will. Like instead of just like kind of shouldering this and getting a little info, like peeking one angle at a time, you swung out so wide that like you saw heaven and CT, and you definitely should only peek like to see one of those if you're properly peeking. And you kind of like strafe. You just strafe a lot, like too much. Like when you peek this, it seems like you would peek like this. You know, you do like, and it's not like a perfect jiggle either. It's not like you're actually baiting shots when you're jiggling. You're actually kind of just you're kind of just like strafing. Like I wouldn't say it's as nice as a jiggle would be. Oh, okay. Okay, well that one, the flash, instead of the flash you threw, better flash, because you guys are coming out of squeaky door, isn't like an A main flash, but it would be a flash that lands more like sight. So what you can do is you could strafe out here, like jiggle it, and then just throw a flash that lands like right here. If you throw a flash that's like right here, your door guys don't get blind, everyone inside gets blind, it like really helps out. Okay, so let's see what you do here. The pistol round, I don't think you guys played that badly. I think personally, like you guys kind of have to. Pistol rounds are a little bit about setups, but a lot of it's like at this level is hitting shots. Because like if you just whiff like 8 bullets, like the other guy's gonna hit like his one headshot that he needs to hit, you know. So that's the why for that. Sorry, this whole why thing is like kind of like I'm not honestly like totally used to it all the time. but I'll like try to be better about it. Okay, nice pick. Just playing around their bad smoke. They throw a lot of bad smokes, I've noticed. They've been messing those up a lot. And you guys just took map control everywhere. You guys fought. You guys went out literally everywhere, and you guys killed them everywhere. So, okay, let's see. They have like a low buy here. Let's see if you guys stick together and play as a team, or separate and die alone. And it looks like you guys are gonna play together here, which is good, obviously. I like that nade. It can kind of bounce a little funky, but I had the right idea. Okay, I don't know what that smoke was supposed to do, but... Nice. Okay. So you guys pushed the site, but like, you guys... Okay. Okay, I actually do know what went wrong there, I think. Okay, so this is a problem that a lot of, like, the guy you did the demo review for, and that, I noticed, like, just a lot of people kind of have this, like, they don't think about this, like, kind of, like, no nade zone concept. So, like, this is something that Dren talked about with Mythic a long time ago, and it's kind of like, where should you throw nades and where should you not? So, like, where's the line drawn where it's like you should not throw nades anymore? And it's kind of like here for taking B. Like, stop throwing nades when you're in this area. You know, just have your gun out and push the site. Like, all this like checkered kind of or whatever I just did. This area, stop pulling nades out, throw a nade. Like, just gun out, run in. Like, but over here in this nice blue area, throw your nades. You know, throw everything. Like, throw your smoke that bounces off the wall and lands in CT, you know, over here. Throw your... You could stand even right on the line where I drew it, right there, and then throw a smoke that bounces off and goes to heaven. Throw your Molotovs from here. Like, throw all those nades. But, like, one of your guys was standing right here. He was standing right here, and he tried throwing a smoke. Like, no, just have your guns out and just run into the site, you know, like, file into the site. Use your... You already threw nades, just go. So, like, two of these guys that were running to the bomb site seemed like they had their nades out while all this was happening. For A, the same kind of concept applies. Like, right here, right after this line, like, you should be able to see this. Like, right here. It's more like right here. Like, so I left a little gap right there. Like, this is like everything after that. Maybe like, actually here you can throw nades too, and, like, when you're in here you can throw nades too. But, everything after this, do not throw nades. Do not throw nades when you're, like, in any of these areas, you know? Like, just work on getting into the bomb site. Yeah, throw nades too much in danger zones, yeah. So that's the whole point. Like, when you're mid, you can throw a nade, like, I mean, there's zones to, like, you can throw them in, as opposed, it's a little harder because there's, like, zones as opposed to, like, a straight line. I can't really say there's a straight line because you can throw a nade when you're here, you can throw a nade when you're here, you can throw a nade when you're here, but you don't want to throw a nade, like, I don't know, this would be a weird, wonky line, like, and because you shouldn't throw it here either, like, yeah, whatever, so, yeah. So just be aware of, like, where you're throwing the nades. I mean, like, not where you're throwing them, but where you're throwing them from. So. Okay, let's watch what happens here. Because you guys actually end up winning this, it looks like. You guys have, like, no nades at all. Let's see how you guys work these picks. Okay, so probably this guy's gonna get a pick, I would assume. So you guys just go for, like, a lot of mid control here. It's like that one. Like, why do you, like, always take the shot then strafe back? Like, why didn't you just commit to the first burst? Like, you, like, will shoot a couple, then you'll strafe back, and then you'll strafe out again. Like, you could just kill him, you know? Like, it seems like you're... Anytime you spot a guy, it's like you get a little nervous, and then you, like, okay, I want to... wait a second. After my burst, I'm going to stop. Like, You could like, and you're like kind of shooting while you're moving a little bit because you do this like really fast kind of stuff. And I know with these like demos, like they're not perfect at like showing movement, but like look at how this guy is. He's like committing to the burst. He goes on one side, commits to a burst, goes on to the other side, commits to a burst. To dodge enemy bullets, like like when a guy's caught in the open like that though, like if you're gonna move like that, yeah, the more you move, the longer the enemy. Yeah. So the more you move, you survive longer, but you're also like not like closing out the kill as much, unless the old 5.7 would work with that, but the new 5.7 doesn't. Yeah, your peak was like, yeah, your peak there was like really in your favor. Like you were catching a guy as he's moving backwards, like just kill him, you know, like just aim and shoot him. Like your aim's good, use it. Okay, so you're getting even more presence here. I like that you're like really pushing into CT. This is something not enough people do in MM. But it's something in the pro scene that they like do kind of a good amount. If they get this much control, like they really go for this kind of stuff, but it's not like they do it all the time, but like if they're being given it, they take it. And you're being given it, so take it. Okay, that's a way to throw around, taking the 1v1 in like this kind of situation. Also, you're kind of in a really funky post plant spot too, I guess. You know where he is, so. I kind of liked your angle. I think you were shift walking instead of crouching. That's kind of like, if you're going to like be in an off angle like that, you need to be ready for him to be peeking like at any time. And if you crouch there, you don't have to worry about even counter strafing. So I would be like crouch walking across as opposed to shift walking across, if that makes sense. But you guys won the round, so nothing to say about the why there. Just, if you guys have post plants like that, like 2v3, like they could have won that post plant if they like really went together, and your guy kind of gave them a really bad 1v1. Like, so that's kind of a round throwing kind of play. Okay, looks like you got pushed there. Couldn't see what's happening, but then now you guys are just coming out A. It looks like you guys are gonna win this one. It looks like you got caught somehow. I don't know what happened, but I'm going for the reason the team won or lost. Let's just watch that so that you can see how you died, because I don't think you should have died there. Crouch walking does make sense. I think I shot him more, but since I was still moving my shots in left. Yeah, exactly. You were aimed at. I'm pretty sure you were aimed at him, but yeah. Okay, let's see. I just want to see what this play was. Let's just, for your own learning benefit, let's see how you died here. So he throws a pop flash, and he like just pushes you. Yeah, you'll get caught off by those sometimes. That's like, I mean, just gotta be aware of it, I guess. I mean, as soon as you hear the pin, you turn away. That's all you can really say. I don't think it was like horrible or anything though. Like, yeah, people are gonna make plays and they're gonna work sometimes, so. There's no like best way to, I mean, like you're going through the motions of just playing that. Like, yeah, people like to push the smoke a lot, but like if you stare at it, you can get flashed. If you don't, they can push through it, you know. Yeah, like I would hold like a tighter angle like this usually when I watch the smoke. Something like this. As opposed to kind of like, you kind of held it wide. So it's just like little nitpicky things, but like you still, like if you threw the flash the way he should have, like, or whatever, like you still could have got caught by it, even if you're holding the angle like in a way that I feel like you should have been. Because they could just throw a better flash, you know. Okay. Okay, so you just default towards here a lot. You like that flash a lot. That one didn't actually go the place I don't think that went where you wanted it to. And I like how you're holding this. That's good. Because people do like to push through the back end of it. People will never push through the front of it, really. So, yeah, it's good. It's smart to hold it like this. And is this guy like nice? Okay. Just waiting for guys to peek you as you should. Okay, and you guys are taking the A bomb site. It seems like everything's working out for you guys. You guys actually lose this? Do you guys actually lose this one? Oh, you guys do. Wow, that's crazy. Or I can't tell for sure, but it looks like it. Okay, I don't know why you're using your tech right now. For sure, you should be just using your op. For sure. Yeah. Oh, okay, you don't lose, it's just close. Okay. Is it better for you to back up in B main when holding with an op, or it doesn't matter? I think playing in Sunroom is perfectly acceptable. It's like where a lot of people, it's where a lot of people say. I think you should be going for other places though with the op though. Like you need to diversify your op portfolio. Like don't just go for the B main pick every time, or they're gonna do exactly what they're doing to you here, where they actually put 2 ops to just hold you, which is ridiculous. But like, yeah, you're not gonna find the same op pick like 3 rounds in a row. Like people usually learn from the first one. Like, okay, I shouldn't do this. Unless they're like me and I want to just test the person, like which I'll do in pugs, but whatever. But most of the time people don't do that. If they die, they don't want to die again. That is a really deep corner. Oh, okay. Well, the bomb died in a weird spot. You guys had to try to retrieve it. The mollies could have been better, but I didn't even know that corner went that deep. Like, I didn't think your molly would hit him because I saw the x-ray, but like, I would think if I like were here and I banked it, like, I don't know, the molly kind of like slightly mollied this, and it slightly mollied this, so like kind of has to be here if he is there, but you didn't even know he's there at all. So I mean, it's such an awkward situation. It's because your guy died with the bomb in a bad spot, really, more than anything. Okay, wait a second. Okay, no, like instead of holding an op angle near the toxic barrels in B main, should I go back up to the far back of Sunroom and hold the same angle but from farther back? Is that better? When I see people pick it, I don't see them hold it as long as you do, usually. So I don't see them really play with those angles as much. I think usually you want to go to wherever you can pick it fast enough, because you want to be able to, like, if you have the spawn, you want to just take the fastest route possible to like hold that angle. But after you hold the angle for a bit, you'll naturally like just make noise and whatnot, and then they kind of like know you're not going to be there at all. You should just like try to opt somewhere else a lot of the time. I don't think you should like just stay posted on B main, because if they know you have an op there, people aren't going to just peek into it. But then again, they don't always know. But if you scope, they'll hear it if they're in B site. You know, it's kind of something people hear pretty easily. But what do you mean by the exact angle for this? So I would probably play closer to the barrels, because if you get flash, you can hide behind like this area a little better. Like, so you're saying like here, you're saying here or here? I would say here, like always, because if you get flash, you can like peek out off the left or the right. Like, yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. I want to like actually just watch it instead of like watching you. Okay, wait, let's do that again, because I kind of like caught that a little too late, so I can't really see how you guys got mowed down like that. I don't know if you used like all your nades or what for that execute, because where they're standing right now, like they should get mollied off and whatnot. So. Okay, so they're using all their utility. You guys should get at least a CT smoke. You guys should get at least a like, what does this molly do for? All of sites like mollied. Oh, you guys got mollied off. Okay, that's why. Okay. Okay, Miles still has all his nades. So Miles should have thrown like a flash or smoke or something to try to get you guys out there. You guys are playing against a bunch of ops, so any flashbangs are like super good. I mean, you beat oppers by throwing flashbangs. So, something to think about. It's fine you went door, but I probably would have just gone main with my teammate. It's easier to like kind of trade off of each other there. Aw, too bad. But it's not that bad. You kind of just like, the guy got you as you're running out. But at least your teammate was able to trade, so. You guys actually call a timeout. Wow. You guys talking about this, or you have to go? Oh, you guys actually probably had to go AFK. Took a while to buy. Tack timeout. Okay, you guys are going for what you think is good. I mean, mid control has been like easily the best for you guys. You guys can kind of just take it. What's not good is that you guys are getting picked in other spots at the same time. Like, where'd you guys die? You guys died. This guy died by himself going vents for no reason. You guys had like several die A main. Like, it seemed like it was gonna be an A split. If that kind of like is like showing up that it, okay, so there, you like took your advantage and just like rolled with it. Oh, it was attack pause. It was attack pause. I would wait for my teammate too. You guys are really far apart right now. Like, if you die, your teammate cannot immediately trade off of you. Also, have your gun out. You really don't know where this guy is. Like, yeah, he should be in this area, and you guys rightly assume that. But dude, like, what if he went like all the way around and went for like a big flank or something like that? Like, you'd be so screwed. Oh god. Oh god. Please tell me you win this. Oh god. Just don't peek the opper. He has to push you. Okay, if I heard him running, I would have peeked there. Like there, like I would commit to that. I would commit to that shot. Like I would commit to that fight. Like probably like you strafe out. You like you kind of baited the shot. And against an op, it's a little better to do that stuff. But like you caught him like not looking at you. Like, the only way he kills you is, like, you flick. But, like, these are things, like, you gotta play more, and you gotta, like, realize, like, oh, he's not looking at me. Okay, I'm just gonna commit to the shot. Like, or it's, he's looking at me. Okay, maybe I should jiggle it. Like, that's something you gotta realize really quickly and, like, be really fast about, like, you know. So, I don't really blame you for jiggling there, because he does have an op, and you do want to bait the shot a little bit, but, like, I probably would have just committed to that shot and just straight up killed him instead of like kind of strafing back, you know? Okay, so you guys are just going for picks everywhere basically. They have bad guns. Nothing bad about this. Like, yeah, it seems like you always want to kind of move and shoot a little bit. Like, you could just shoot him there too. You know, like you won that fight, but like the way you strafe again, it's just like so. It's like you're acting like you have a pistol all the time. Like if you have a pistol, you can like move like this, but when you don't, like just kind of like burst and like trust your aim. Like you're making it so hard on your aim, like to like do this stuff. Okay, this is a good idea. It's kind of a round insurance thing. Like if you get up here, like you're literally like not gonna lose the round. So. Okay, cool. Alright, you guys won. I'm not like thinking about this exactly like a team demo review that I would normally do, but some of the things you could like work on to like win rounds a little more consistently is if you think you're like one of the better players in the server, don't just like kind of passively like work a default spot. in B main, if you want to have more impact and like just win more games, like go out mid with your teammates and like take those fights. Like there's gonna be fights mid every round on cash. Like if you want to take those fights because you have better aim, which I think you do than most of these people, take those fights. You guys need to group up. You guys like the most important thing for matchmaking, and it's because the comms are never as good as like a team, is that like stay together as a team, double up more. Make sure you guys just like know who's watching what. Like those little things are so important. But like just staying close together is gonna like net you a lot of like rounds, just because you can trade off of each other really well. Other things, make sure you kind of know like, well, it's hard because in MM you don't exactly know. Everyone doesn't know like all the every like kind of like little lesson of CS or fundamental or whatever, but like kind of when you have advantages, you don't need to get aggressive, and when you have disadvantages, get aggressive. Those little things, like take map control when you guys lose map control in another spot, or like have a counter play or something like that. That's better. This was kind of a weird little exercise that you gave me for this demo review. I think I explained most of the specifics about rounds that I could, where you guys lost. A lot of them, I mean, you guys honestly lost a lot of ecos. This run of like CT rounds you lost, you guys kind of kept getting run over at A. I don't think the way they were peeking off each other was right. I don't think you guys always had the best mid control too, but they usually would just run out A main, and when they do that, like one guy just needs to flash and they both need to peek. Like the kind of standard play of if a team gets no mid control because CTs are holding it and they just all come out A main and door, the standard way to approach that and like respond to that is just the mid guy throws a flash in front of red, pops right there, and then both the site guy and then the like whatever the guy more around forklift, or I mean if he's quad or whatever, like they just both peek off of it and then they like just shoot everyone. They kill everyone like in this kill zone right here. This is the kill zone right there. So that's kind of the standard response to it. The B stuff, you didn't literally lose any rounds because of like nade usage too much. Your nade usage is pretty good at B, honestly. Other than that one like thing that we talked about where it's like you kind of just threw that one flash. Okay, let's see. It seems hard. It seems 2.3 cents. It's harder for me to track corners, so I always try to use movement to help out. Well, yeah, you should. I mean, your movement does help you track. I mean, you track corners as you're moving, but the way you're like kind of taking these engagements is like you do a lot of like little mini strafes back and forth around a corner. Like that doesn't really help you, I don't think, as much as you think it does. Like if you watch, so like. Still, to this day, Android X23 is probably one of the best like duelers in North America. When he gets a fair duel, he will usually win it, and you'll see that kind of like he'll just kind of like he has very clean peaks, and he really like if he feels like he's gonna win the duel because he has good aim, he just wins it like a lot, and he doesn't like do like any like kind of weird. Yep, fandroiding right now. Like I mean, after Josh said that, I had to watch Android, you know, and like see why he likes him so much. And he does have really good movement, and he has like really good peaks. Like, and so if you watch kind of how pros, like I'm just giving Android because Android X23 is an example on complexity because he is such a good aimer. I mean, he's so good with movement. Like his dueling movement is very, very strong. So that's what I can say about it. He's not like, he doesn't always make like the best decisions and stuff like that, but maybe that's complexity on top of it. But I'm saying that like if you watch kind of how pros take their rifle duels, they don't really do that strafe stuff. What I have noticed has been like coming more and more into favor though is like continuing your spray while moving, but like you're not like strafing back. The way you're doing it looks different than the way the pros do it. You kind of go back for like, you kind of like mini strafe out so they can like always hit your like shoulder. Usually with a pro, the way they're doing it is like the wall will be here kind of, and they'll kind of like their target though is like moving away from them, so they kind of have to like keep moving and shooting, but it's like more like they're doing it aggressively, like whereas you're doing it like defensively. So try to think about that. Like it's hard for me to like explain it, but like if I show a pro or like the way they do it. Like I know I've been just noticing it like a couple times every time I watch a demo nowadays. Like maybe once, 0 to 2 or 3 times I'll watch a demo. I'll notice like a person, people will do this kind of thing where they aggressively are moving around a corner while shooting. It's kind of hard to explain. Like it's like they hold their spray as they run around a corner and they continue the spray. It's weird. Like pros, I noticed a couple pros just do it. Whatever. It's confusing. But just watch like Android, or watch how like Android X23, like his movement and how he takes fights, or watch how a pro takes fights next time you see it. Like I don't think you're gonna see many people do that. Like just weird strafe, like you're like jiggling while you're like kind of fighting someone. It's weird. So like you usually jiggle to get info or to bait an op shot, and then you like bait a shot out by jiggling a corner, and then you like take the duel because you know exactly where they are, and you can like wide peek it, or you can shoulder peek it, or whatever you feel like doing. That's your own option, but or you could just decide to not take the fight at all because now you have info. So yeah, but that's mostly it, I think. I don't know if you have any more questions. I don't know if this is exactly what you wanted, but I think I gave the why in some of these. It's not really super easy because not a lot of these rounds are like, you don't think it could be my sensitivity where it's uncomfortable tracking corners. I think people do this. I mean, I mean, you look at the pro spreadsheet for sensitivity. I think you think about sensitivity like a little much. Like I don't think hand was so tense and tight. Here, like let me show you how I move around. I'm not. I'll just keep recording, but I'll send you this recording. But I'll show you how I like would clear stuff on cache. And I'm using 770 effective DPI. Okay. I gotta like do other stuff, so I'm not gonna go into this like super detail, but I'll just show you like how I move, okay? I don't really like this crosshair, but it's for demos and stuff. Okay, so this is how I'd move around. Like, I'll try to like pre-aim stuff on like A, I guess. So I would throw a smoke for this, you know. I'd throw a smoke for this. I kind of like jiggle this maybe, so that would like bait an op shot. Hopefully, like I show my arm there or whatever. Like it. Notice the jiggle. I don't see anything. Like this is the jiggle, like right there. And what I could also do to help it out is I show my gun out with it too, like that. If you really want to be tricky, like you show your gun right there. So like right now, like my gun is probably like, the tip of my gun is probably like, if an opper is right here, he would see the tip of my gun, but he wouldn't see like me, you know? So he would like see that, and then maybe if I want to even do it more, I'll like jiggle it, I'll even jiggle a little further. Like that was kind of a bad one, but like if you jiggle and see like the fence kind of like right there, like that means you're probably showing enough. Like, so like you see the fence just a little bit, that probably baits the op shot at a quad there. And then like if no one shoots me there, then I might pull a molly out, molly fence or something like that. And then I don't know, hopefully I get flashed out, but if I didn't, I would just do this. And the way I would clear things would be just kind of like clear this, like this is smoked. Well, the first thing I clear is actually would never be like that. I wouldn't hard clear it. I would always clear this first. Like this is the most common angle, so I might even pre-fire this sometimes. And then I would just like clear all the close angles. Then I just move into the sight. This is already mollied, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I would just like clear sight, you know, like that. So I'll just do that in one big motion, kind of. Like this is kind of weird because like I would normally have teammates that do stuff a little bit too, but like, you know, then I'll like jiggle. And then like, okay, if I didn't get shot at, I'll molly fence. And I'll start like clearing everything, you know, pre-aim all those angles. Like my crosshair will naturally move to like right there always. Then like kind of this, but like this is a one and done, truthfully. Like you can't comfortably clear this like as you're running out, like without blocking your team a lot, you know? So like you kind of just have to like run out and just like, if they're there, okay, I'm probably gonna die, like, and hopefully I get traded, like kind of things. But then when I clear sight, then I'm just like, you know, I'm at headshot level the whole time. People don't play default at my level because they're not bad. Usually the most common spot a person is going to be is like more like here. Like this is an angle a lot of people like. If they know highway's clear, if highway's not clear, they like to be here more so. Like do you pre-aim common spots, or you do the adren clear where you well, I'll show you. I'll show you it in one motion again. So let me show you how I do B. So let's say I do this, and then I molly like headshot. let's say we know they're not checker, let's say that. So I like flash myself out. I would just aim right there. Like I'm not gonna like wrap it, like, cause like I don't think a guy's gonna be here, you know, like I don't think, and if a guy's heaven, like that's kind of like whatever, I'm screwed, you know, like you kind of, as an entry fragger, you kind of just like gotta just go, you know, so you gotta like, you flash out. I mean, the ideal flash is like right there landing while you're running out, kind of thing, so they have to back off, and then you have all this space now, and then you're just taking fights or whatnot, like, yeah, and then the most common spot they're gonna probably be at this point will be like here or like here, and I plant wherever I feel like, you know. So when you're entry fragging, you don't adren clear things. When you're like in mid-round situations, you adren clear things. The adren clear, for people that are watching this that don't really know, is like Adren did a video on crosshair placement, and he said that like you need to, when you round corners, you need to like, you know, keep your crosshair at the corner. This is so much harder with like not my crosshair actually. So like you would clear every corner by like, you know, holding it tight to the corner, and like, you know, you flick out for a couple things, but like for the most part you're just like clearing everything like really nicely, like, you know, all this stuff. I think maybe something that's making it hard for you with your movement is that you are you're not like pausing to center your hand. That's something I do a lot, personally. I know some people just go straight up arm and they just go everywhere and they like never lift their mouse at all, and they just like keep doing it, but then your aim's bad. You got to reset. If you reset your hand to the center of your mouse pad, then you're gonna have more success in these little duels, you know. Like I'm like resetting like constantly when I'm doing this. Like I reset, I reset right there, I reset, like I reset, like I'm resetting like a lot. Like I every time I pick up my mouse and move it to the center of my mouse pad, that's what I'm considering a reset. And I do it a lot, and as an entry fragger, I kind of do it like a ton. Like I know some people don't do it as much as I do, but like I can do this with consistency. I reset like after a lot of swipes too. Like, so maybe you're not resetting a lot, so like it'll make it so that you just hit more flicks and whatnot. Like if you're always comfortable hitting, like if you're always comfortable like mouse cam, yeah, I mean I wish I don't have that, but like, and my like, dude, it's too dark. It's honestly just too dark for me to like show this, so I don't want to, and I don't, it's a lot of effort to like not do a lot, so I don't want to, I'd have to hold my mouse too, I'd have to hold the webcam because I don't have anything that shows it, but yeah, that's a good suggestion. Okay. Alright, that's pretty much it though. Maybe you're not resetting enough, that's all. Donation goal? I don't have a... Oh yeah, it could be a donation goal. On lower senses with 2.1 and 400, making it easier to hold angles and more comfortable tracking corners. But 2.3, I can clear things a lot faster, and I like the spraying speed. Why don't you just use 2.2? You know, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know, all this sensitivity talk, like, you know, it's kind of like preference, like, for certain things. Like, some people might think that 2.3 is good for tracking for them, but they don't think it's good enough for spraying. Like, I can't really, like, because I use a lower, I'm way more comfortable with lower sensitivities than most people, so I can't really, like, be the best at, like, yeah. Dude, I can't, like, tell you, I've used the same sensitivity for 2 seasons now. Like, I don't really, like, know exactly, like, what's gonna make you better. Just pick one, you know? I've just picked one. What is it? From moving from intermediate to main, I was like, okay, I think my sense is a little too low. I win aim duels pretty well, but like, I can't be as dynamic of a player as I want it to be, because I can't just like, you know, I can't clear things. I wasn't able to clear things super fast. Like, so let's say, like, I would have to like do big swipes to like, I just lowered the DPI on my mouse, so I would like have to do big swipes to like check everything, and I have to reset like all the time. Like, it was so annoying. But now, like, I raised my sense a little bit. I got comfortable with it, so that it's still not too high that I can't win, like, that I can still win aim duels like all the time, but it's high enough that I can, you know, just like, that it's high enough that I can like be pretty crazy sometimes. Like, I can flash myself. I could do this, you know, if there's I could flash myself through this. I could turn and turn back. Like, okay, I just flashed myself, but okay, like, you know, I can flash out, I can run out backwards with it, and then spin around, like, something like that, you know. Dude, but, okay, dude, just don't even, some people are cursed with thinking about their sensitivity too much. I don't know what it is, but I know there's a lot of people out there that really think about this a lot, and, like, yeah, you just kind of need to, like, chill with it, like, just a little bit. Like, this, you ask me questions about it all the time, and I'm like, dude, I've used the same sense for, like, nearly 6 or 7 months now. Like, I can't, like, I'm not gonna be able to, like, tell you too much about all the different sensitivities. But yeah, this is, I think that's pretty much it, though, so. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so Hikaru, I'll send you this as a file. I don't know how you want it. Just tell me, and I'll do it. I'm gonna stop this now, though. You're nuts at this cash jump. I only did it once. I do. Oh, okay. I'll stop this stream.